What's going on, guys? Shane D here, and it's time for another Storytime Rock vlog. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everything's going good for you guys. First out of the gate, I want to say thank you very much. I do not know exactly what's happening, but in the last 2 weeks, I have picked up 30 new subscribers. You know who you are. You are absolutely fantastic. I think you're amazing. I thank you for subscribing to this channel because it means the world to me. You're the best. You guys are the best. So if you haven't yet, like, comment, and subscribe. I love it when you guys comment on the videos as well. I try to get back to those. I try to see and read every one of them that I can possibly find. So mean, happy, agreeable, disagreeable, all good. It's totally good in this hood. You saw the subject title, which is about Judas Priest, the first time I ever heard Judas Priest. So I thought I would tell you a quick story about that. The other day, I turned on the old Amazon Prime and I found Heavy Metal Parking Lot.
Judas Priest is #1.
It's this, 35-minute documentary that someone did back in 1986. Essentially what this documentary is it's just a guy cruising around with a VHS cam, and he's asking people in the parking lot at a Judas Priest, and I guess Dawkins on the bill too. I believe it was 86, it was Turbo Tour. But basically this guy's just walking around and asking people what they think of Judas Priest.
When you feel safe, when you feel war, that's when I rise. Let me tell you, Priest is bad, man.
And if you are my age, you will recognize, even though you don't recognize, you'll recognize a few people in that video, only because that stereotypical kind of, yeah, bro, fuck yeah, bro, we're going in, man, fucking Priest.
It's definitely dynamite, let's rock, okay, all right. Priest, rock and roll, bro.
Maiden, bro. You knew some of those people, but it was a great documentary. How nice of a guy am I? It is on Amazon Prime, but it is also on YouTube, and I'm putting that clip in the description below so you can click the link and you can watch that documentary for yourselves. It's fairly entertaining. But it reminded me of everything that I knew about that time. I was one of those kids. I feel like I was one of those kids doing that, acting that way, and wearing the metal t-shirts and had the mullet haircut going, fuck yeah, bro. Anyways, I started to think to myself, when was the first time that I ever heard Judas Priest? And it struck me. I remembered the very moment that I heard Judas Priest for the first time. Now, here is that story. What happened was, I guess I was probably about 10 years old, and my mother was dating this guy who looked a lot like Cardinal Marty from Ghost. But basically, she was dating this guy. He's trying to show her, ain't I a fun guy? I know you got 3 kids, and ain't I just a fun guy? So we're all going to get in the back of his pickup truck, and we're going to go get ice cream or something, or he's taking us for a hamburger or something. Back in a simpler time, you got permed hair, you've got the Ford pickup truck. You could let 4 or 5 kids just run around in the back of it as you drove down the street. You got a can of Coors Light sitting in your lap. A really kind of a white trash situation. Looking back on it, you go, wow, we're just, we're not even seated in the back of the pickup truck. We're just freaking out, running around. He's squeezing on mom's tit over here and drinking a Coors Light while he's enjoying his ride down the road. A very simple time. So I'm sitting in the back of this truck, and everyone's making a big ruckus, and we're going to get ice cream, or we're doing something. We're going to Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know. And I hear blah, blah, blah. And the guy's got the Ford truck and a little mullet and the Coors Light and the stereo cranked up, and we're heading down the road, and my little ear started saying, what the hell is that? And And I asked my friends, excuse me, do you know what that is? Because I'm loving the sound of that. And you know, the radio DJs used to just give you a little piece of as it starts up before the lyrics kick in, they go, ha ha, this is Johnny Studbone. And you are listening to 107 Rock Time. And this next song, well, I didn't hear who it was. I could just hear, ba, ba, ana, ana. And I says, you know, open the little window hatch in the back of the truck, and I says, Mom, who the fuck is this? It's great. It's freaking fantastic. And she said to me, well, dear, I believe that's Judas Priest. Now, you didn't have Google. You didn't have anything like that. So I listened to this song, United, United. United we stand. United we never shall fall. United we stand. And I'm amazed by it. And it turned into like my favorite tune. And that's from the album Britsh Steel, 1980s. Britsh Steel. Also the first album that Tim Holland began playing drums. But I'm looking back at this album, Britsh Steel, and I'm thinking to myself, my God, that had Living After Midnight on it. It had United. It had Grinder. It had Metal Gods. It had, what am I missing? Breaking the Law. What a kick-ass album, 1980. And then, of course, 2 years later, Screaming for Vengeance would come out. And that was part of, if you saw my Metallica video where Cliff Burton slapped my hand, that was the summer of Metallica, but it was also the summer of catching up on all this delicious Judas Priest. Because you would have, that summer, you would have had Screaming for Vengeance, you would have had Defenders of the Faith, and then this Heavy Metal Parking Lot, 1986, was Turbo when they kind of went more... MTV became popular. MTV was something then all of a sudden. And it's like, now we got to kind of comb our hair and get some more fans. But that was it. And United was the first song that I heard from Judas Priest that made me go, sign me up. United, united, united we stand. Sign me up, goddammit. I'm a fan. And that was it. But I was just like, yeah, I specifically remember that. Cruising down the road, he's feeling up my mother, he's drinking a beer. Life's great. Let's, 3 kids might die on the freeway. Doesn't matter. United we never shall fall. But, you're just rocking to some United. So that's it. When was the first time that you heard Judas Priest? The very first song you ever heard? What is the first album that you ever owned from the band? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to put that video up in the top there. That's my Metallica video with Cliff Burton. That was the summer of Metallica. I've had summers of Judas Priest. I even had some summers of when you start to get into some real heavy metal, death metal and thrash metal and stuff. That's a story for another time. But tell me in the comments below the first time you fell in love with Judas Priest. Do you like Judas Priest? Do you hate Judas Priest? Did you know as clear as a bell, the moment you saw Judas Priest, you went, I think that guy might be gay. I was like 11 years old. I said, I think that guy might be gay. It didn't bother me. It never bothered me at all, but it seemed like some shocking thing when he finally came out, and I was like, get the hell out of here. He's gay? Jesus Christ. It is hot. It is hot as Rob Halford in a 2-piece leather bikini. I mean, I'm telling you, Jesus H. It's got to be 85 degrees. I wanted to stop. I'm working today. Yes, I wanted to stop. I wanted to do this vlog. So that's all I've got for this, guys. I love you so damn much, and I thank you so much for subscribing. You are fantastic. If you're thinking about it, please do so now. Please comment, and I do read your comments. I do love getting back to you when I can. And that's all I've got. Judas Priest. Great heavy metal band. From back in the old-timey days, just put out a great new album. I enjoyed the brand new album. What was that called? I can't remember what the new album was even called, but that was good too. Anyways, swinging in for a big kiss. You are so great. Coming at you with a big kiss. I'll talk to you again soon, okay? Sound good? All right. Goodbye.